Okay. So very good afternoon to one and all present here online for the inaugural function of Faculty Development Program. On behalf of Ballarpur Institute of Technology, I Abhijit Dehadra welcome you with all my heart. Respected Chief Guest for our Faculty Development Program inaugural function, Honorable Dr. Gopal Tiwari Sir, all the respected faculty members and enthusiastic participants of the Faculty Development Program. Sir, I think there is some problem with the audio, with someone's audio.
Sir, she has muted.
Okay. Okay. So I'll continue. So once again, on behalf of Ballarpur Institute of Technology, I Abhijit Dehadra welcome you all with all my heart. Respected Chief Guest of our Faculty Development inaugural function, Honorable Dr. Gopal Tiwari Sir, all the respected faculty members and enthusiastic participants of this faculty development program, Honorable Patron of our institute, Mr. Sanjay Vasade Sir, Director of Ballarpur Institute of Technology and Coordinator of this Faculty Development Program, Dr. Rajnikant Mishra Sir, and organizing committee members of this Faculty Development Program. It is a pleasure to have you all for the inaugural event of this Faculty Development Program. It is to our observation very rightly said that by learning you will teach and by teaching you will learn. So is our experience, of course. Furthermore, in today's ever-changing and evolving globally connected world, learning is a practice that cannot be compromised with, especially so by the teachers, lecturers and professors. Again, as rightly said, who dares to teach must never cease to learn. I congratulate All India Council for Technical Education for engaging in this continuous endeavor of learning and providing such opportunities to our fraternity to grow faster and better. So, dear attendees, we would like to inform you that part 1 of this FDP, of this Faculty Development Program, was conducted from October 12th to October 23rd of this year. Further, with immense pleasure and pride, we state that it was a parcel of fun-filled learning and interesting exercises clubbed with exclusive experiences of our guest speakers from both education and industrial sector. So we are now, starting to celebrate learning in part 2 of this faculty development program. All of us are aware the topic of part 2 of this 2-week online faculty development program approved by All India Council for Technical Education is approaches of engineering pedagogy to improve the quality of teaching in engineering education. I repose a lot of confidence in you that all the respected attendees of this program will make it a huge success with their presence, participation, interaction, and experience sharing. So let us all convert this FDP in a lifetime learning experience. Once again, I welcome you all to attend and participate in part 2 of this AICTE Faculty Development Program. And now I request our Honorable Director of our institute, that is Ballarpur Institute of Technology, Dr. Rajnikant Mishra Sir, to share his opening remarks. Dr. Rajnikant Mishra Sir, over to you, please.
It's a matter to pride and immense pleasure of us to organize an AICTE-sponsored 2-week faculty development program, Part 2, on approaches of engineering pedagogy to improve the quality of teaching in engineering education. Also, I would like to extend my warmest welcome to Dr. Gopal Tiwari Sir, Professor, IIT Delhi, and all the participants across the Maharashtra and who actively shown their keen interest in online learning. Due to COVID-19, opportunity to explore the opportunity of online learning in our educational sector. The purpose of this 2-week faculty development program is to share and adopt some innovative method in teaching and learning pedagogy. This program will help the faculty members to develop creative design of teaching and learning process. Nowadays, most of the educational institute, particularly in engineering education system, has came in digitized way. So to cope up with scenario of new digital world, teacher from engineering domain need to implement different approaches of engineering pedagogy to improve the quality of teaching in their day-to-day teaching practices to create and develop greater interest in learning of the student. The main objective of FDP program is to provide online virtual training and make all the teacher aware about various facility, innovative method and skill that will be required to create healthy environment in online classes. The online faculty development program will be delivered by eminent resource person, speaker from well-known university, institute and industry. We all have an opportunity to prepare ourselves for better tomorrow and to face this situation. I wish you all a fruitful and unforgettable experience in the coming few days of this online FDP. As you explore the e-learning and virtual classes education, I hope that you will learn some new things from this FDP. Thank you. Stay home and stay safe. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for your opening remarks. Now we take great pride in introducing to you our honorable guest for the inaugural of function of part 2 of this faculty development program. Our chief guest for the inaugural function is ex-professor and head of energy studies department of IIT Delhi, Dr. Gopal Tiwari sir. Dr. G.N. Tiwari sir joined IIT Delhi in the year 1977 after completing his PhD from Banaras Hindu University as a postdoctoral fellow. He became professor in the year 1997. He has worked in the area of solar thermal and photovoltaic thermal since then with Professor M.S. Soda. He has superannuated in June 2016. To his credit, he has published more than 650 research papers with H index of 82. He has also supervised more than 100 PhD students. He has published more than 20 books and 15 chapters for various editing books. His work has been recognized by various agencies in terms of Hariom Ashram Prerit SS Bhatnagar Award, Vigyan Ratna Award by Government of Uttar Pradesh. He is a two-time recipient of Lifetime Achievement Award by ISAM USA and European Fellow Faculty Research Award by Career 360. Furthermore, he was nominated for the International Idea Award. Dr. Tiwari is a founder member of Solaris based in UK and he has organized 3 international and many national conferences at different venues. He has also successfully completed many research projects funded by many ministries of Government of India. He is chief editor and reviewer of many international journals with high impact factor. At present, he is actively involved in the ongoing project of GIS PVT funded by DST at his hometown Balia in Uttar Pradesh and an international joint project with King Saudi University KSU of Saudi Arabia under the banner of Bag Energy Research Society BERS, for which he is founder president. He is also involved in opening a school for financially weak and good students. Dr. Shri Gopal Tiwari sir, it is a matter of great delight and pride for all of us to have you as our chief guest for the inaugural function. I would now like to request Dr. Tiwari sir to please address this online gathering of learners. Over to you, sir.
Okay, now first I will thank Dr. Mishra ji and Abhijit to give me this opportunity to speak about pedagogy to improve the quality of the teaching in the engineering. And basically, I will start from the basic education and also my suggestions to the teachers is in our time or earlier to our time, the researcher or the scientist or the educationist choose this field with your own way, not with the compulsion. Desire that I want to be in a teaching. That is the first quality of the teacher. If teacher himself does not take interest in teaching, I think it will be not justice to the teaching community. Now I will mention old system of the teaching. For example, Gurukul Shiksha. In Gurukul Shiksha, there was a very good binding between the student and the teacher. I will not go very much detail because everybody might be knowing and you can get from the website. But what I observed from our school days, my schooling was from my hometown, Balia district. Then I moved to the Banaras, and then from Banaras we moved to the Banaras Hindu University, then to IIT, and then different universities in the world. So I have the experience from the grassroots to the top. I will give one example. That basically I am from physics background, and in our time when we passed 10 plus 2 12th examination, so there was an admission in a BHU on the marks basis, and I got admission in the physics stream as well as engineering, but at that time there was a very bad demand of the engineering. So we decided to shift to the, you can say, basic science. So that was the scene, because the supply and demand is very, very important as far as education is concerned. Not education, all sectors concerned, but education is important, because without education, I think it will be very difficult to do the justice to ourselves, family, and the society. I'll give many examples, but one of that is when I moved to IIT Delhi, and my mentor was Professor M.S. Shodha, still is alive. So he asked me to do the research in the solar energy. That is the way back in 77. And then after that, as you mentioned, from PDF, you become RA and the lecturer. So that was a very, one important point, that in IIT, the new faculty never given to first year student. Why? Because from primary school, middle school, and up to intermediate school, there is a training for teachers. But in the engineering college, IIT and other university, there is no such teaching. So what was the important that time? That the senior faculty are supposed to take the classes of undergraduate, and the tutorial new faculty was given. So it was a sort of training. It goes up to 2-3 years. And after that, then the fourth year student, third year, then finally, after having the experience, lot of it is given to the, you can say this first year students, undergraduate. Now, what nowadays I am observing, whether it is a private college or engineering college or IIT, there is a shortage of the senior teachers. So what happens, and there is a lot of number of the students at the entry level. So what has happened is now new faculty are given to the teach the students. And sometimes the teacher feel very awkward when there is basic questions asked them, because their education was also not completely perfect at the grassroots level. As you can see that the foundation is very, very important to growth of any system. So unless the foundation is not good, it is very difficult. For example, when I was teaching in IIT system, so there was a very, you can say this interdisciplinary course of the non-renewable energy sources. And in that case, you know, all engineering background people, students, undergraduate students are supposed to take, because it was a compulsion in IIT that 2 courses should be taken out of your department. And in my class, there was roughly about more than 100, 110 students for non-concerned resources. And having the different background of the people, the students, like mechanical, electrical, civil, chemical, physics, chemistry, math. So now you can understand that how difficulty we have to face. So what my observation was that, for example, I just give the example of the mechanical engineering students. There is a heat transfer courses. It is very complex course. There is a heat transfer 1, heat transfer 2. But the basic things the student should know. And before the student, teacher should know also. I will give just an example. There are 3 heat transfer: conduction, convection, radiation. But if you ask yourself, what is the relation between these 3? Is there any relation? So you'll find that all 3 depends on the temperature difference. But there is no relation between conduction, convection, and radiation. But what is important? And also another important thing that all these heat transfer do not dominate at a time. If conduction is dominating, so other 2 is minimized. If radiation is dominating, so other 2 is minimized. For example, I will give you the example that since I work in the solar energy area, the solar energy comes from the sun. So you'll find that inside sun, convection is dominating. But outside the sun, when we act as a black body radiation, radiation is dominating. Similar example is the for civil engineer. Building design, conduction is very, very important. Other heat transfer coefficient is not dominating. So what I think, for example, I will give one example. An example was from this Hyderabad, and oldest man, his son was, I think, electrical engineer. And they were very confident that my son is electrical, electronics. They are not doing difference between the electronics and electrical. But sometimes their fan was not working, and he asked their son, "Can you repair this fan?" He said, no, I cannot do it. Then their parents wrote to the director that if such type of education is given to my son, I'm very extremely sorry. Now just see, by keeping all this in mind, the new education policy has come into the picture. For example, basic things in the life should be known to everybody, whether you have any background. For example, in a developed country, they don't depend on the much on the outside people. They maintain their home their own way. For example, suppose you are going to buy the plug. So in a plug system, there will be already screwdriver, everything, instruction, everything is given. And even you open, so they are so trained, they will fit themselves. Here what happens? If suppose sometimes bulb is not working or switch is not working, you have telephone to electrician. They will take 2-3 days to come. So you are depending on others. So education should be such that, for example, I think everybody might be knowing, not much, I also don't know much, but what I have understood, that new education policy has been divided basically primary and the up to 6th class and 6th class to 12th class. And then after the graduation. I will also give one example. For example, if you go abroad, so if you want to get your son admitted, they never ask certificates. They never ask what is the date of the, they believe you what you are saying. You will say 6 years, so they will admit in the 1st class. You will say if your child is 12 years, they will admit 6 years. Why? Because they believe that if your child is just confidence in the subject, they will cope up. If they will not understand, they will drop out. Very frank opinion about here. Here, for everything, we need a certificate. जिसको हम लोग कहते हैं कि रट्टा वाला पढ़ाई जो है, रट्टा, this is not going to help in future. And this is the one of the major reason of the bad education in the current days in the primary level. The people are unemployed. They are not getting any job because they don't have the proper education. I am staying in the Balia. I am know the UP. If you just have the Shiksha Mitra, primary teacher, if you ask them a basic thing, they will not tell you. For example, in our old time, we have to remember the tables in Hindi. Do ka do, do ni ke char, dutya cha. We used to remember like this. And there is a continuous repetition of this table from class 1 to class 5. And during that times, if you have passed in the math, you are promoted. At that time, there is no social science, dying, this, that, so many subjects. And because of that, that subject has been diluted in a new education policy. Also, for example, I was teaching my grandson table. So he asked me, what is the meaning of 2 2 ja 4, 2 3 ja 6? What is 3 ja 2 ja 5 ja? Then I got surprised. I was also not knowing because I have not got education in the English school. So what I tried to say that if suppose I ask someone in IIT that what is the meaning of that, they will say that, oh, he is a professor in IIT, he doesn't know 3 ja, 4 ja, 5 ja. I'm just giving an example. So somehow I have asked my one of the students who is topper of the Delhi Technical University in computer science. She also says, son, this has not been told to us. Why it is so? So what happens then in our area when I was staying in the Ghaziabad, there is a weekend market. And if you go in a weekend market, you can get books on the tables, this and that. And after having 4 or 5 months, I got a book on table. There it was mentioned that 2 2s are 4. Then I stuck my mind that 2s are, if A from R is added to SA, it will be 2sa, 3sa, not ja. Then I asked my students, can you find out 2sa? I have reached up to that point. Then she searched everything and she found that sa is referred as ja by the British people. And since British has ruled our country, so because of that, it is pronounced as 2ja, 3ja. And an important thing that I was taking the interdisciplinary course. I would suggest that whether you are mechanical, electrical, or civil, don't be much specialized. There's a less demand of that one. So unless you have the interdisciplinary approach in your life, for example, I will tell you, the maximum people who have got Nobel Prize not in their subject, they have got Nobel Prize or they got award other than the basic subject. Because your specialized knowledge has been utilized somewhere else in a biology or the solar energy where people are not doing. So my advice to all the engineering students is to have the knowledge of the basic things in research. And without research, I can say that your teaching cannot be updated. Yes, it cannot be a part of curriculum, it cannot be part of curriculum, but unless you not have the research is not like that. If you give you can make a professor, you can do the research. It is a continuous process, continuous thinking process. And another thing is that if you do this thing, continuous research, continuous guiding the PhD students, continuous doing the project, new idea will automatically come because you are interdisciplinary. You can apply one thing from here to here. For example, my research area is related to all the mechanical, electrical, electronics, and agriculture as well. So why? Because my background of village, background of the physics, background of the interdisciplinary subject helped me to achieve this number of the PhD, this number of the paper, this number of the for recognition, don't do. Recognition will automatically come. Even if you not have recognized, you will be self-satisfied. If you are self-satisfied, mental peace hai, aap acha kaam. Always do the good work. That is my, you can say, the suggestions to all the teachers. And I will tell you one thing, because of my experience in IIT Delhi, 40 years experience, during my teaching, we decided to write a book on the fundamental of mathematical tools for class 1 to class 8. For example, I am giving the example. Now the right angle triangle is taught into the middle school. Then question comes, if you know the right angle, in our time, trigonometry was taught after the 10th examinations. Nowadays, it has been introduced 9th or 10th, something like that. So my question is that if you are teaching the students right angle triangle, why not you are just mentioning these are the trigonometrical function? Then one of my students, he says that, sir, why sine theta is equal to perpendicular upon base? And for all the year. Then I said that if you are going to research on this, you are wasting your time. Sometimes assumption is important, that you assume. For example, suppose I ask why my name is Gopalji Tiwari. There is no need of research. My father, I don't know for what reason they have put me in my name. So in an academic, in a research paper, everywhere, it is a presumption that you presume something. For example, there is a Maxwell law. Maxwell law is never proved one. It is the, you can say this is just empirical relations. Empirical relations is never proved. So by assuming empirical relations, you just similarly, you try to integrate in teaching. For example, another important thing is that, particularly it is very good in the IIT system that if some student asks questions, and suppose you don't know, it is not always necessary. Professors sometimes they ask questions you don't know. There is no shame to say that, yes, today I cannot answer these questions, tomorrow I'll do. What will happen? By this, your skill of teaching will improve upon. But I have experience of private college that the first teacher make the student rise so that they do not ask questions. That is not a good spirit. Good spirit, as one of, I think Mr. Raja, someone said that teaching, learning is a lifelong learning. Till today, when I am coming here, I am doing a project, I am learning from the people how to showing the seeds. Different seeds has showing different way. So it is a learning process. And after that, yes, we can talk of greenhouse, we can talk of semi-transient PV model, we can talk of this. So as a teacher, one should not stop learning. One should not, you can say this, a student tries not to ask the questions. Another important thing is that, I will just give an example that all the teachers who are having the accepted the teaching positions, they should do happily. And also nowadays, any information about any information is available on the Google search. For example, we are from the Hindi belt. I'm just giving the example. And some words doesn't come in the mind. You can Google search, you can find out to explain it. So there is no, even a student ask any questions related to the electronics. I will give one example. Suppose a student is an electronics student and he doesn't know about semiconductor. So it is very big, very, very bad. That means he does not understand the meaning of the conductor, semiconductor, insulator, and all these things. So energy band diagram. These are the basic, not only the electrical engineer, electrical engineer, people should also understand. Mechanical should also understand. If you have this thing, then there is no problem of working the area of solar energy. Semiconductor, either photovoltaic cell, thermal. The solar energy is the area where all disciplined people can make their research as a main area of the research. And without sun, nothing is survived. All the living organisms on the planet Earth is only because of the sun. Let us put another way, that all the renewable energy and all renewable energy is directly due to sun, and non-renewable energy indirectly due to sun. So without sun, nothing is possible on the planet Earth. And this solar energy, the mechanical people, electrical people, civil people, chemical people, physics people, all the teachers at least should know. This is common sense. I will give just example. Nowadays, there is a very talk of Corona, COVID-19. It is well known that, and you might have gone through all this, the immune system, if your immune system is strong, then there is a less possibility of infection due to COVID-19. Very simple way. I was asked to write a simple note from the USA publisher on COVID-19. What is necessary? That you expose yourself to the sun in the morning, at least half an hour. Why? Because of the vitamin D. I will tell you, those who are working in a multinational company, even in IIT system, even at the engineering colleges, they're using car, there is a very little chance to expose to sun. So what happens? If you go to the doctor, they will advise you to take the medicine of vitamin D. Any medicine, allopathic medicine, of any system has a side effect. If you cannot take half an hour out of your 24 hours to be exposed to the sun, then what is expecting your life? And due to that, you are spending many times to spend with the doctor. So basic knowledge, even I will give the civil engineering. They say that they are responsible to design the energy efficient building. If you go on energy efficient building, there are many old passive concepts, and this concept depends on the climatic local conditions. In India, we have 6 climatic conditions. Suppose you are designing a building for North India, it cannot be suitable for the South India. It cannot be suitable for the Karnataka. It cannot be suitable for Northeast. If you are designing the building for the Leh, very cold conditions, it will not suitable for our area. For example, I will give one example. People are coming from the different category, or North India comes under the composite climate. Means you have the hot climate and cold climate. So out of these two, you have to decide whether hot condition is maximum, cooling is required is maximum number of days, or heating. So for example, in North India, maximum cooling of the building is required. So your building should be designed from the cooling point of view, not from the heating point of view. Cooling point of view means the outside sun should penetrate as minimum as possible. But what happens? People are using maximum glass wall on the exposed surface, which gives the solar radiation to come in. And then they are using the air conditioner. So your more air conditioner is required, more capacity of the air conditioner is required. If you require 1 ton of the air conditioner capacity, then you go for 1.5. 1.5 to 2. That means your energy consumption is more due to having the maximum glass wall outside. So what you are doing? You are using, one should understand that you are using the fossil fuel power generation, and 1 kilowatt hour power produced as thermal power plant is emit roughly about 1 kg of the CO2. And if you just consider the transmission losses and the domestic losses in account, that means if at home, it is average value that if you are using 1 kilowatt hour of the electricity at the meter point before entering the house, that means you have already emitted 2 kg of the CO2. And you know, only due to industrialization, only due to population growth, all this problem of environmental change of CO2 reached from 270 to 400 10 or something 15. Now just see, and because of that, all over the world, people are giving advice to use renewable energy as maximum as possible. So this is, so all these are the basic knowledge one should do. For example, people always talk. When I was giving lecture somewhere, then people ask me, sir, your lecture is very nice. Are you using the solar energy? So at that time, we were used to stay in IIT campus. So multi-stories building, we do not have the facility. But when we moved from campus to outside, even when I was job, first thing I did, I installed 2 kilowatt hour of the 2 kilowatt peak PV system and 200 liter capacity of the water heater. And for kind information, we have saved quite a lot of the electrical power. So renewable energy is always friendly with the environment and climate change. And one thing also important, I will tell you. For example, just say nowadays people are talking that due to the cold weather conditions, particulates stagnant up to our height. So due to that, there is a possibility of damaging of reducing the immune system. And if your immune system is reduced, then obviously we can be infected with the COVID-19. So these are the global issue. And if you think that वो दूसरा करेगा तो हम नहीं मरेंगे, climate, atmosphere, it is not related to the one country, one region, individual. Unless all the people will not be adapting the rule and regulation mentioned by WHO or mentioned by the government, automatically it should be necessary for all of us to do the job. Otherwise, we are not creating a good platform for the student. Another example I will give you that when I was reading in the newspaper that it has been advised in the new education policy that the students like they should be given internship in a vacation depending upon their choice. अब देखिए हमारे यहाँ क्या होता है? What happens? There is a provision of internship in the undergraduate students. There is a provision even in the MTech student for the field visit. Are you really thinking that internship is really going, is happening? There had happened, there will happen? No. Because once you visit to industries, they have very expensive equipments. So they don't allow students. They want to see from here, you can take the data and then finish this thing. That is not good. But because of that, the education policy of up to 12th internship has been made. For example, the local level, like carpentry, electrical work, metal work, gardening, agriculture, pottery making, all this, if students visit at the schooling level to this side, that will give a platform to decide the students to choose the stream in the higher education. And the problem is that I will not agree with all these parents. Everyone cannot be succeed in their life, what they want. So they want to see this growth in their children. That is not good. Children should be allowed to choose their path because this type of the facility is not available in our schooling system. And if this is available, then obviously it will be very easy to students to choose the stream. You might have heard many people's, big people's, that my father wants this, I did this thing again, I choose my this line, arts line, this line, writers, this and that. I will not go much in detail. Everybody may know. Everybody is available everywhere. So my request to the all teachers, first they should understand the learning process of teaching, self-teaching at the undergraduate level. But there is no any provision, and unless you not give some time, it is very difficult to have. And the important thing is that, like project work. when I was in a, you can say this IIT system, so we supposed to use evaluate the undergraduate project, postgraduate, PhD project, and all this thing. Every level, there was one question which was common, which I not agreed for that, to ask the question. From undergraduate to up to the level of professor interview, they ask one question. What is your main contribution which helps to society? Just imagine how many professor, undergraduate, if everybody has made a contribution to the society, they're not placed to keep all these things. So mentally, don't make a depression to the student, don't make a pressure on the students. What happens? You ask questions. What you have learned at undergraduate, what you have learned at the postgraduate, because learning at undergraduate is going to be used for postgraduate, and learning for the postgraduate can be used for PhD students. After PhD, you can go research. For example, we used to say that once you are a professor, you are free to choose your area of research. Why at only professor level? Why not at the lecture level? So all these things, this is a lacuna in our system. And we have to remove from the higher level. For example, research is a never binding. Particularly the DIT is a private organization. And I'll tell you one thing to management or the director, sir. Give free hand to the teacher. Unless hand is not free in teaching, you cannot do anything. Don't wait top people to guide you. Another thing, the teacher should have self-confidence. They should discuss among themselves. It is one of the beauty of IIT system that IIT undergraduate, postgraduate, and the PhD student. In our time, undergraduate hostel was different. PG hostel was different. CSK hostel was different. But they decided not. They should mix the students. So what will happen? They will understand, they will discuss, and also same thing with the faculty. Faculty among themselves, they interact with each other. But there is one problem, that there is not interaction between the students and undergraduate students and the teacher. Still, there is a lacuna in the system. I don't know why it is not so, because either they are more advanced in comparison to the faculty. I don't know. In our time, it has happened very frequently, and there's a lot of program to have interaction between undergraduate student and the teacher, but I think it was not successful as far as my thing is concerned. So the management should give free hand to teacher, and also that in teaching and the research, there should be some incentive to the teacher. Again, without money, nothing is possible. But it is a token. And giving the incentive, you have to be very transparent in your giving the incentive. For example, there should be a mechanism of evaluating the teacher by the students, not by the management, not by the, as in the IIT. There should be incentive as far as research is concerned. If the paper is published in high impact factor, obviously, token incentive should be given. What will happen? It will encourage to other faculty, either learn from him, either join him, or have the joint paper. And I also, because the faculty, without doing any work, you should not make any other colleague as a co-author. Because once paper is published, it is equal distribution contribution. You can make your own way. The first author will be 50% less, but as far as such world is concerned, all you can say the authors given equal credit. Only thing then, when you are referring, the first author name comes. Otherwise, the contribution is given equally to everybody. So these are the very, very things which needs a very strong measure to improve the teaching in your area. And also I will request the teacher should teach not all the courses, but one or few courses outside your department of your choice. Another example I'm giving you. As your director sir, yes, someone is saying that nowadays we are on the online teaching. See, this has happened only due to COVID. But online teaching is not a way of teaching. Why? For example, suppose I'm giving you a lecture. Online lecture we are giving since COVID has come. At the end of the lecture, organizer asks, is there any questions? I never got any questions on online lecture. Very few suggestions. But when we are teaching, we are still teaching the class. So we also, you can say, instigate the students to ask the questions. So obviously, some student asks, then start asking questions of other students. So ultimately, I think the situation will improve upon, and without, for example, practical cannot be online practical. अब पास कर दो, फेल कर दो, अलग बात है. That is a different story. But practical is not going to be online. Again, preparation of the teaching material, you can do it. You can send it. But question and answer session, if go on the online, because everything is fixed. 1 hour lecture, everything fixed. So you cannot have the open online discussion. One has the limited online discussion. So all these are the positive and negative aspect. Positive aspect is that we are avoiding COVID infection, and also we are engaging the children. Another thing is that on the online teaching, always you are in front of this. My grandson of 10 years old, and there is 9th class, and there is 5th class, they are sitting always on the computer. My first question is that, is it good for the health? Never. To become the immune system of any system is not a good thing. For anything, there is always optimization. So online teaching, how will optimize? Even in IIT system, online, cheating is there. How will you control it? Very, very difficult. But when it is a virtual examination, virtual, you can say everything, then I will not say it is a perfect system, but you can minimize the wrong things, which is happening in our thing. And it is very, this experience gained by me, that in early days, teacher has the most respectable thing by all the students. But nowadays, I don't know why it is not happening. So, as a teacher, we should self-assess. There's a lot, our countries have many problems, many types of the people, many situations. So, if students had some genuine problem, but it is your self-assessment that you should see seriously. I will give one example. That in a private college, since yours is a private college, I hope so, and if the teacher is teaching, students have a very poor idea, poor experience, poor knowledge, at least you give some extra time to such students, to encourage, to uplift their knowledge in a particular area. Generally, it happens in IIT system. Nowadays, I don't know what is happening, because there are a lot of changes happened in the last 20 years, even in IIT system, but still it is better among the other institutions. So there is always a scope of improvement. Another thing I am giving you, that our teacher also, or the private college also, you might have heard the name of ITM Gurgaon. And ITM Gurgaon, my mentor, Professor M.S. Shodha, who became the director, with one condition. He says that Mishra ji is one of the management people. It is happened with my presence that Mishra ji, if you ask my advice, only ask when you will implement it. But if you don't want to implement it, don't take my advice. And I will tell you, he did the same thing. And by doing that, with his capability, with the name of Professor Shodha, ITM has a international collaboration. ITM has the ex-faculty of IIT Delhi for teaching, for research. They also, those teachers, even from retired teachers from IIT, doing research, they gave some incentive. Incentive means, suppose they want to go abroad for presenting the paper, they partially assist. So all type of the things, and only because of that, their students went outside for a project work. For example, any parents, their child go abroad for a project, they're ready to spend few money. And when the children goes, and if they're smart enough, they get the training, and they, after the project, they got job there also. And vice versa, when their students came, they got different environment, exposure, and they have got, again, knowledge upgraded. So collaboration is very, very important. It should not be only on the paper. In IIT, most of the collaboration I'm talking, most of the collaboration on the paper. In practice, if you are going to have a collaboration, you implement it. And now it is an online lecture, otherwise you can invite, for example, even in IIT, the Nobel Prize, when they used to visit you can say India, they always ask to deliver the lecture in the presence of the students. They tell the story of the things. So that helps the students to upgrade their knowledge, to motivate themselves, to create the environment for self, for others also. So these are the very important things to improve Shiksha. If through the teaching, if you are, suppose you are helping means Shiksha Dan, Mahadan. Another thing, if you are doing Shiksha Dan, it only increase, does not decrease. As one of our people say that lifelong learning. Till death, you can learn. You should have a confidence, such confidence in yourself. For example, when I decided that I will go settle in my hometown, nobody was believing. How you can go? No electricity, no medical facility. I said, क्या दिल्ली में लोग नहीं मर रहे हैं, अमेरिका में नहीं मर रहे हैं, मरना तो है ही है. So why you should stop doing the good work? And if you are doing good work, not for the name, for sake of your satisfaction, that's important. Unless you are not satisfied with your work, don't take teaching assignment. Go somewhere else. You will face more problem there than teaching. At least in your teaching, some students remember if you have done good for them, at least in their life, as you used to do. So first, I will advise to all the teachers to respect first their parents, second, to the elders, in particularly teachers. And if you are not respecting, don't disrespect. That is, I think, my whole philosophy of my life. How from Balia Hindi medium to Banaras Hindi medium, then moved to BHU. In our time, our Chief Minister, then Chief Minister, Charan Singh, has removed English as a subject for 12th examination. So we have only taken the 4 subjects, excluding English. Now you can understand. His son was taking studies in USA with English medium, but for others he said that no, English is not important. See, language, if you know the subject, language will never be a barrier to your mind. So my request is that these are the things which is very, very important. And then we have moved from BHU to IIT, where we have the perceptions that everybody is talking in English, teaching in English, but we are forgotten that there also the students from rural background complete JEE, join, they have the problem. So that is the responsibility of the students and teacher to have the intention to remove their barrier to understanding that only, see, mathematics, if you know the mathematics, if you know the subject, you can translate yourself in any language. But you have to make some attempt for that. If you don't make an attempt to learn, understand, you cannot do it. So there are many things which we can discuss. For example, in our time, there was no, you can say this, easily available facility of the telephone. I'm just giving an example. And even in IIT, when we joined IIT, there's no facility of, you can say this, telephone to everybody. Now just see how technology has changed. So another request to my, you can say this, a younger generation is there, younger teacher is there, particularly assistant professor. Don't be only friendly with the mobile. For example, if this is send link on the mobile, I am not habitual to use the mobile with your link. So I say that I have learned myself to deliver the lecture on the line by laptop. So that laptop, that mobile should not be used for a pleasure. It should be also used for the academic purpose. So now we are more or less, you can say this, we are end of our life. So there is not much scope to learn much more in compared to yours. So I will advise all the teachers of different background, be friendly with the goal. Particularly, one advice I will give you, that if you want to, if you have the networking system, so there is a Google search, in addition to Google search, you can go Science Direct. Science Direct, you can, if you know the author's name, you can type, all his paper will come. If you know area of your interest, type keywords, all the paper will come. If you want full paper, there is SCI Hub. It is prepared by the Russian, you can say this, computer-based people. All the published paper have the DOI number. This number can be accessed from Science Direct. Put on the SCI Hub, you will get all the full paper. So there is no excuse nowadays to have the, you can say the library facility or not library facility. You can have all the library on the computer. So these are all the things, and if you have any problem, I'm not saying only solar energy, do something. Even in teaching, you make a, you can say this teaching material in a black and white. And when you retire, or before the retire, or when you think, write a book. And during the writing the book, at least you take the all the advice, question asked by the answer, if you answer properly and discuss with her. My first book on solar energy includes all type of, in IT system, the students are, you can say this very bright. So when you ask questions, they can answer differently also. I used to copy that because we have to distribute the copy and then collect it. So minor one, minor two, we open, just you want quality. In IT system, the coordinator is all in all. He teach, make the paper, take the examination, make the grade. And I can challenge you that no, there is no dishonesty as far as evaluation of the student is concerned. So belief is also most important thing, which is not happening in any private colleges or university, and because of that, whole things has been disturbed. So with this, I will express my thanks to the management, Director Sir, Mishra ji, Ajit ji, and all the participants. I don't know up to what extent I have shared my experience, but I think if you have any doubt, there are many things which you have to say, but it is very difficult to summarize within this 1 hour or 1.5 hours. So with this, I'll thank all the participants, and if you have any questions, you are most welcome.
If any of the participants, if they have any queries which they would like to ask, like sir has said, you are most welcome. You can unmute yourself and you can ask your queries.
I'll try my best to answer. And I'll show you this, my book, which I have written. I think screen it is available or not. Fundamental of Mathematical Tools for Class 1 to Class 8. And this type of the books I am trying for Class 9 and Class 10 students, because if math is good, math is the basic bone of engineering education. This is my belief.
Sir, will you please let us know the name of the publication also? Which publication?
About book,
Yes, sir.
it is a fundamental of basic mathematical tools. It is available on the, you can say this everywhere.
Okay.
This is written by myself and my one of PhD student, Neha Dimri. You can scan this copy and send to you. And
Okay.
no problem. So in that case, many things which at least I have not learned in a primary education and high school. So all these things I have incorporated, and this is a very much popular book in the people who are giving the IAS examination, because it helps to understand the mathematics, basic mathematics.
That's great to know, sir.
So I'll send the message about that.
Sure, sir. So thank you very much, sir, for guiding us. I must say that your address goes a long way and inspires us to strive hard and achieve more, sir. I have also listed, out of whatever you said, I have listed few things for myself. You said that we should be and I would like to read them out. Like we should be a teacher by choice and not by compulsion. That is from where you started. Then we should be well acquainted and gather knowledge of other fields also apart from our own stream.
Yeah.
Then we should be a researcher throughout our life. That is what a good teacher is all about. And then we should be a fit teacher. We should learn the basics and learn from nature also. That is equally important. We should understand the process of self-learning as a teacher. Then we should always ask ourselves as to what is my contribution to the society. That is also very important. Then a teacher should always be self-confident and he should always engage in discussions. He should be dedicated. He should respect parents. He should respect senior teachers, or at least not disrespect them. And finally, we should be friendly with our students, and our conduct should be such that we should be able to, that the people around us, they should be able to restore belief in us.
Yeah, yeah.
So that is what I have listed for myself. I am very sure that the other members who are attending, they must have also, listed many, many
I
points.
I hope so.
Yes, sir. So thank you so much, sir, for your address. Now we would like to continue with us, a virtual inauguration because we are not conducting this session physically. So a small
Okay.
virtual inauguration wherein I will share the screen and
Okay, sure.
yes. Sunil, sir, if you just confirm whether the screen is visible or not.
Yes, nowadays it is
Yes, sir.
visible.
Okay,
Screen
thank
visible, sir.
you. Yes. So for us, it is at the hands of our honorable guest, Dr. Gopal Tiwari sir, that we are inaugurating the faculty development program. All of us, please stay tuned for it. So with that, I thank you very much, sir, for joining us. Now I will request Sunil, sir. Sunil, sir, to please propose vote of thanks. Over to Sunil Kuntawar, sir, co-coordinator of this faculty development program.
Is this, sir? Am I audible?
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Okay. So, a very good afternoon to one and all. I, Professor Sunil Kuntawa, the faculty of this Ballarpur Institute of Technology, Ballarpur, also the co-coordinator of this particular 2-week faculty development program. Honorable distinguished guest, respected President, Dr. Sanjay Vasade sir, respected Director and Principal sir, Dr. Rajnikant Mishra sir, and my dear participants. On the behalf of Ballarpur Institute of Technology, Ballarpur, and its entire fraternity and organizing committee. I feel immense pleasure to take this opportunity to propose a vote of thanks to our eminent chief guest, Dr. Gopal Tiwari sir. I would like to also specially thanks to our beloved director and principal, Dr. Rajnikant sir, for his unfaltering support and confidences. My deep sense of appreciation and thanks to all dear participants who choose to be live with us and will attend this online faculty development program with a great enthusiasm and made it a successful event of a faculty development program. My sincere gratitude also goes to the organizing committee for taking topics that is really matter to this age and time, depending upon the pedagogy that will be useful to improvise the teaching skills inside the particular engineering education. Once again, I thank you all for being with us in this afternoon and have a wonderful day ahead. Thank you so much. Thank you so much once again for all the dear participants and all the distinguished guests, respected president and respected director and principals. Abhi sir, now it's over to you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Sunil sir. So once again, I would like to thank all of you for joining us. And as all of us are aware, now we will be taking a short break until 5 p.m. From 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. There will be this short break. And from 5 p.m. onwards, we will resume the session.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Tiwari sir.
Hello.
Yeah, Vijay sir.
हाँ अभिजीत.
Sir, I think Rajnikant sir was, yes, sir.
Okay, sir. Sir, please.
तिवारी सर को.
Hello.
Okay.
Principal sir, the voice is not clear
हाँ
from your side.
कंटिन्यू करो आप लोग.
Okay, sir. No issues. Thank you so much.
Yes, sir.
कंटिन्यू करो आप लोग बोला.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes.
So this is to inform to all the members who have joined us right now. We have just now conducted the inaugural function for this faculty development program, and we will now take a short break till 5 p.m. and our session will resume at 5 p.m. From 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. we will have a session on defining the prerequisites of teaching pedagogy in technical education. So in this session, we will be sharing what are all the topics that we have covered. We will be sharing some very important tips as to how e-certificates will be issued to you. We will request all of you to register your names in such a manner so that it will be easy for us to print your names on those e-certificates. Then there will be one short session on psychological aspects of this faculty development program also. So I will request all of you to please join us back at 5 p.m. You can join back at 5 p.m. using the very same link which you have used right now to join us. So you can join us back at 5 p.m. Until then, we will take a short break. Thank you so much. See you soon at 5 p.m. again for the next session of our faculty development program. Thank you.